Ever felt that nagging suspicion that something's off in your relationship? That gut feeling that tells you the vibe has shifted, but you can't quite put your finger on it. As a woman, I can tell you that feeling is powerful, but it can also be incredibly confusing. It often means you're picking up on a silent language you were never taught to understand. Until now. I'm here to pull back the curtain for you. Think of me as your translator. In this video, I'm decoding the 8 critical signs that something might be happening behind your back. This isn't about feeding paranoia. It's about giving you the clarity you deserve. This is your secret playbook, coming directly from the source. Understanding these signals will give you a massive confidence boost to trust your own intuition. You're going to want to pay close attention because sign number 4 is the one that messes with guys' heads the most, and the combination of these signs is the ultimate red flag you can't ignore. Number 1, the post-outing shower dash. The first clue is a sudden, almost obsessive change in her hygiene habits. And no, I'm not talking about her getting a new face wash. This is different. She comes home from being out, maybe late at work or with friends, and instead of greeting you with a hug or kiss, she makes a beeline for the shower, often with a forced excuse like, "Ugh, I just feel so gross today." Here's why this can be a signal. On a subconscious level, it can be an attempt to wash away more than just the day. It's an effort to scrub off the scent, the touch, the energy of another person, and most importantly, the guilt, before she has to face you. You might also notice she's suddenly washing the clothes she just wore at odd hours. Now, could she just be tired and sticky? Of course. The key is context and pattern. When a normal, relaxed routine is suddenly replaced by a rigid, urgent need to cleanse right after she's been away from you, it's a signal to pay closer attention. It's a shift from the baseline, and that's what we're looking for. Number 2, the phone lockdown. Her phone used to lie around on the coffee table or the counter, no big deal. Now it's become a fortress. It's always face down, it's angled away from you, and it never leaves her side, not even when she goes to the bathroom. If you casually ask to use it to look something up, a flash of panic crosses her face, followed by a defensive, "Why?" Your phone is right there. This isn't just about privacy. It's about secrecy. In our digital world, our phones hold our connections. When she suddenly puts a wall around hers, she might be walling off a part of her life she doesn't want you to see. A huge red flag is if you gently ask about her new phone habits, and she immediately accuses you of being controlling or suspicious. That's a classic diversion. She's not just protecting her privacy anymore. She's protecting the evidence. The phone holds the texts, the calls, the digital trail, and that sudden, intense need to guard it is a powerful, non-verbal clue that there's something on there she can't afford for you to find. Number 3, the intimacy disconnect. You know, the warmth of her touch, the way she used to lean into you, the way her body just fit with yours, and you definitely know when that current goes dead. This is one of the toughest signs because it's not something she does, it's what she doesn't do anymore. You go in for a real kiss and you get the cheek. You reach for her at night and her body stays stiff and distant. She'll likely say she's just tired or stressed from work, and you'll want to believe it. But your gut knows the difference between exhaustion and emotional distance. While every situation is different, when a woman is receiving emotional and physical attention somewhere else, her cup is already full. She doesn't come home to you hungry for that connection because she's already eaten. When intimacy starts to feel like a performance, pay attention. You're not connecting. You're going through the motions. It's a huge sign that her emotional and physical energy is being invested somewhere else. If these first few signs are starting to sound a little too familiar, it's so important that you keep watching. The next clues are even more subtle and can be incredibly manipulative. Don't let denial keep you in the dark. If you're getting some value out of this and want to keep decoding these signals, do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. The knowledge you're getting here is your first step toward empowerment. Number 4, the guilt-fueled affection bomb. Okay, this is the sign I told you about. The one that messes with your head the most because it feels so good, but it's deeply confusing. Right when you feel her pulling away, she'll suddenly hit you with a tidal wave of affection. It's not the normal, steady love you're used to. It's over the top. She's cooking your favorite dinner, telling you how amazing you are, and initiating sex with a passion that feels both amazing and a little off. Most guys make a huge mistake here. They think, yes, we're finally getting back on track, and they drop their guard completely. But you have to understand the psychology here. This burst of affection is often a compensatory act driven by guilt. She's not trying to make you feel loved. She's trying to make herself feel less guilty. By playing the part of the perfect girlfriend, she can quiet that inner voice telling her what she's doing is wrong. It's a subconscious way to prove to herself that she's still a good partner. This isn't a revival. It's very often a cover-up. Number 5, the blame game. When the guilt of her actions becomes too much to handle, the human brain has a clever way of offloading it. Projection. All of a sudden, everything you do is irritating. You're chewing too loudly. You didn't do the dishes the right way. You're either too needy or too distant. She starts fights out of thin air, and you feel like you're constantly walking on eggshells. This isn't just a bad mood, it's a subconscious strategy. If she can turn you into the villain, then she doesn't have to be the bad guy in her own story. Her internal narrative shifts from, I'm betraying a good person, to, I'm only acting this way because he's so difficult. She's essentially making you the scapegoat for her own choices. This creates the emotional distance she needs to justify her actions in her own mind. When you find that you can't do anything right anymore, it's often because she's the one doing something wrong. Number 6, the story that keeps changing. Keeping lies straight is hard work for the brain. You have to create a whole new reality and remember every single fake detail. When someone is living 2 different lives, the stories start to get tangled. This is where you'll spot the cracks. She says she was out with Jennifer on Friday night, but later she mentions something that happened and accidentally says it was with Emily. Or she said she worked late, but a friend mentions seeing her car somewhere across town. These little slips aren't just memory lapses. They're glitches in the program. Now, the real test is how she reacts when you gently point out the inconsistency. An innocent person will usually be confused and try to clarify, saying something like, "Oh, did I say that? I meant." But a guilty person will often become defensive, angry, and flip it on you. Why are you keeping track of me? Are you spying on me? That defensiveness is a huge red flag. A story that's always changing was probably never true to begin with. Number 7, the lights are on, but nobody's home. Intimacy. This goes a step beyond just the physical coldness we talked about earlier. This is when she's physically participating in intimacy, but emotionally and mentally, she's a million miles away. She might even be enthusiastic, maybe even trying new things, but you'll feel a total disconnect. Her eyes look right through you. Her touch feels mechanical, not passionate. You get that profound sinking feeling that you're with a ghost, a performer, who is just going through the motions. You might even feel like she's replaying a memory with you that doesn't actually involve you. For women especially, emotional connection is at the core of intimacy. When that emotional presence is gone, it's one of the most honest signs that she's getting that need met somewhere else. She's giving you her body, but she's holding back her heart because she's already sharing it with someone else. Number 8, the sudden glow up. Of course, a woman wanting to look her best is a great thing. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about a sudden, drastic, and unexplained shift in how she presents herself to the world. The woman who was happy in sweatpants and a messy bun now won't go get coffee without a full face of makeup. She's buying new, sexy lingerie, but you're not the one seeing it. She joins a gym and becomes obsessed with her fitness. This transformation is often not about her trying to impress you. It's about putting herself back on the market, so to speak. It's for the attention and validation of someone new. This external change is often a direct reflection of an internal shift. She's moving her focus from the comfort of her current relationship to the thrill and excitement of a new one. When the glow-up seems aimed at the outside world rather than at your life together, it's a huge signal that her priorities and her desires have already started to leave the relationship. Recognizing these signs in your own relationship is tough. It's way easier to believe the excuses and tell yourself you're just being paranoid. But your gut instinct is there for a reason. Trust it. Now remember, any single clue by itself could just be a coincidence or a misunderstanding. But when you start seeing them in clusters, she's doing the shower dash, the phone is on lockdown, and she's picking fights, it's no longer a coincidence. It's a clear invitation for you to seek the truth. This is not your fault. You're never responsible for someone else's choice to be dishonest. But you are responsible for getting the clarity you need to protect your own peace of mind. The goal here isn't to become a paranoid detective. The goal is to see things clearly. With clarity comes power, the power to ask direct questions and make decisions that honor your self-worth. Most guys will keep missing these signals, but you won't. You now have the knowledge to see the red flags, understand the unspoken language, and move forward with a whole new level of confidence. The next move is yours. What was the most surprising sign you learned about today? Drop it in the comments below. I read them all. And if you're ready to figure out what to do next, check out the video on the screen called How to Confront a Partner When You Suspect Cheating. It's the perfect follow-up to everything you just learned. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.